Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Hola, 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 y cómo estás? Muy bien, y espero que tú también. Hello, Orange Room friends. Hello, Anne, and to Raina in the morning, and Linda and Maria in the afternoon. And hello to Vicky and Sadie and Olivia and Lucy and Micah and Maeve and Madison and Caitlin and Henry and Eva and Iman and Desmond and Ben and Ariane and Ari in our afternoon class, and William and Seamus and Santiago and Mariana and Karine and Nora and Nick and Maya and Juliana and Jet and Jasper and Alon and Emily and Clara and Carolyn and Bella in our morning class. And let's see, today we are going to get started with our calendar. I'll flip this up like this. All right, so we are in the month of May. And so far we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days of May. So we need to find out what comes after 6. And yesterday was Wednesday. So we need to find out what comes after Wednesday. So let's start with our song. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think I raised my hand on Thursday. So it says Thursday. That's what that says. That comes right after Wednesday. So, now, what comes after 6? Did you guess 7? You were right. All right, now let's see if we can figure out this pattern. Green square, pink square, orange square. Green triangle, pink triangle, orange triangle. Well, it could be something completely different. So green, pink, orange. Green, pink, orange. I wonder if it's green. But what shape is it? So square, 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 triangle, triangle, triangle. I wonder if it's a green square. Should we check? All right, Orange Room friends. It is. I think we have our pattern now. It is a green square. Green square, pink square, orange square. Green triangle, pink triangle, orange triangle. So green square. So what do you think comes after the green square for tomorrow? Green square, pink square. Let's look for it. All right, this is a tricky pattern. So now I'm going to sign in. I have my little pad of paper that I'm writing my name on it, and I'm holding my pen. I'm holding it down here. And let's see, if you had a tiny little crayon, those are nice to hold too, because it's hard to hold it way up here. It's much easier to hold it way down there, and you can practice writing your name like that. I'm going to use my pen, and I'm going to write Michelle on my lines, just to keep checking out what my name looks like. I wrote it over and over and over again. And, all right, so maybe you can do that at your house somewhere. Now we have to get to our mystery bag. Let's see if my camera's on the mystery bag here. What's in the mystery bag? Who can tell? Maybe a pony, maybe a bell. What's in the mystery bag? We can't see. It's a surprise for you and me. All right, well, it's kind of flat. And it's soft. Very interesting. All right, clue number 1. It is made from wood. What's made from wood? Well, chairs are made from wood. That doesn't look like a chair in there. Ooh, clue number 2. You can write on it. So it's made from wood, and you can write on it. Well, I mean, a board. I mean, you could write on a board, but you could, this is like foldable. What could that be? Clue number 3. You could make it fly. What? It's made from wood. You can write on it. And you could make it fly. What could that be? Let's look. Orange Room Friends. It's paper. It's newspaper and construction paper and regular printer paper, white paper. That's kind of interesting. Did you know that paper comes from trees? It's made of wood. It is. And you can write on it. How could you make this fly? Let's think about that for a minute. I'm going to read you a story. And I'm going to read one of my favorites, Frog and Toad. You know I love Frog and Toad. And this is called The List. And Frog and Toad is written and illustrated by Arnold LaBelle. A list. One morning, Toad sat in bed. I have many things to do, he said. I will write them all down on a list so that I can remember them. Toad wrote on a piece of paper, a list of things to do today. Then he wrote, wake up. I have done that, said Toad. And he crossed it out, wake up. See, right there. He wrote wake up, and he crossed it out. Then Toad wrote other things on the paper. It says, a list of things to do today. Wake up, and he crossed it out. Is eat breakfast, get dressed, go to Frog's house, walk with Frog, eat lunch, take nap, play games with Frog, eat supper, go to sleep. There, said Toad. Now my day is all written down. He got out of bed, and he had something to eat. And then Toad crossed out, eat breakfast. See how he crossed it off the list? Toad took out his clothes out of his closet and put them on. Then he crossed out, get dressed. See, crossed out right there, get dressed. Toad put the list in his pocket. Have you ever made a list and crossed things off? I have, and I like when I get to cross things off. It's fun. He opened the door and walked out into the morning. Soon Toad was at the Frog's front door. He looked at the list from his pocket and crossed out, go to Frog's house. Toad knocked on the door. Hello, said Frog. Look at my list of things to do, said Toad. Oh, said Frog, that is very nice. Toad said, my list tells me that we will go for a walk. All right, said Frog, I am ready. Frog and Toad went on a walk. Then Toad took the list from his pocket again. He crossed out, take walk with Frog. See it right there? Just then there was a strong wind. It blew the list out of Toad's hand. The list blew high up into the air. Help, cried Toad. My list is blowing away. What will I do without my list? Can you see it blowing in the air right up there? There it is. It blew away from them. Have you ever had a gust of wind come along and blow something? Blow your hair up? Or blow something out of your hand? Hurry, said Frog. We will run and catch it. No, shouted Toad. I cannot do that. Why not? Asked Frog. Because, wailed Toad, running after my list is not on one of the things that I wrote down on my list of things to do. Frog ran after the list. He ran over the hills and swamps, but the list blew on and on. At last, Frog came back to Toad. I am sorry, gasped Frog, but I could not catch your list. Wah, said Toad. He's a nice friend, isn't he? Frog tried hard to help him. I cannot remember any of the things that were on my list of things to do. I will just have to sit here and do nothing, said Toad. Toad sat and did nothing. Frog sat with him. You see him right there, sitting and doing nothing. After a long time, Frog said, Toad, it is getting dark. We should be going to sleep now. Go to sleep, shouted Toad. That was the last thing on my list. Toad wrote on the ground with a stick, go to sleep. Then he crossed out, go to sleep. There, said Toad, now my day is all crossed out. I am glad, said Frog. Then Frog and Toad went right to sleep. Do you see it right there? He wrote it in the sand. And that is our story. That's a funny one. I love Frog and Toad. And so a strong wind blew Toad's list away. What is wind? It is air moving. So if you put your hand in front of your face and you pump it up and down like this, you can feel the air moving. Can you feel that on your face when you do that? Now his list wasn't very heavy, and so it was carried away by the wind, right? It's just like a piece of paper, and it could just blow with the wind and blow away like that. So, for today's adventure, I thought we could make paper airplanes. Remember we talked about the force of gravity and how that pulls things to the ground? So I have a couple of paper airplanes here that I made, and I made it look like this, and I taped it together, and I'll show you why I did that in a minute. But if I have this, here's my knees, right? And I have this paper airplane, but if I just drop it, gravity just pulls it to the ground, right? And it just drops, because that's what gravity is. It's a force pulling things to the ground. Okay, so paper airplanes, they have these wings, and these wings help glide through that air, that wind that's blowing around, right? But paper airplanes, they don't have an engine like maybe the one that you would fly on with your family to go on a trip. So your hand is the force, the power that thrusts it into the air to make it go and fly. And so how big your wings are and how heavy your plane is can make a difference on how far it'll fly. So I have a couple of test airplanes I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to show you how to make an airplane. So I have these two, and they are the same design airplane. You can see them like this. And I made this one just out of regular white paper, and I made this one out of a cereal box. So it's pretty heavy, and so it wouldn't stay folded close, so I taped it together on the ends like this, so that, and then to make it like the same paper, I taped this end right up here and back here as well. So they are built the same, but this one is made of cardboard and this is made of paper, and I am wondering how far they can fly. So I'm going to see if I can get them to fly towards those doors to see which one will fly farther. So first I'm going to take just the paper airplane one, and I'm going to fly it. Oh, it landed on the rug, right over there. So let's see. Now I'm going to fly this one and see how far it goes. This is the cereal box one. Oh, it didn't even go as far. It's in front of the airplane right there. Very interesting. Now I have this other kind of airplane that I made. It's a different style airplane. And I also cut slits in the wings right here. I cut one on each side. I cut right in there. And to see how it affects how it flies. And then I made the same design, but I made this one out of newspaper. So now we can see how far these two fly. So I'll fly the regular paper first. See if I can get towards those doors. Whoa, that went to the other side of the room. All right, now I'm going to fly this. I'm going to give it a good little bendy there. I'll fly this newspaper. Whoa, that stayed up in the air longer than the other one. But it didn't go as far as the first plane I just flew. So the second two planes, that design went farther than the first two planes I did. And they're made of different materials. So you can play around with this. You could set something up, you could make some planes, and you could use different kinds of papers and see which paper flies the farthest. You could do different designs and see which kind flies the farthest, and you could fly them inside and see how far they fly inside, and then you could take them outside and see if the wind outside makes a difference. So those are all different things you can do. Now I'm going to take those pieces of paper and see if I can show you the two designs of how to make them. Let's see. All right, so let's take, I'm going to put this down like this so you can see. So I have the orange piece of paper because we're the orange one. And that first plane I made that looked like, let me get one. The first plane I made, that was the cereal box one, and this airplane I taped. Those are fairly simple to make, and you don't have to tape that kind at all if you just make them out of paper. So I'm going to take this piece of paper, I'm going to fold it in half the long way. Fold it in half. Like this. And so it's folded in half like that. Then I'm going to open it back up, and I'm going to fold the top down to that where it's folded. So you can see I'm folding it right to that middle line, like so it's like a triangle that I folded over, like that. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So whatever I do to one side, I'm going to do the other side. That's one side. Now I'm going to fold the other side. So I have these two triangles that I folded over. So first I folded this, then I folded this one and this one over. Now I'm going to fold it into the middle, like this. So now it looks like this, see? And now I'm going to fold down the wings. I'm going to fold it right down, fold it like right, let's see so you can see it on the camera. So I'm just folding it down so it meets the bottom part, like this. And then I fold the other wing down. So just fold it over like this. Then when you open the wings back up, it looks like this. And you can fly it. You could cut this, you could tape it, but you could also just see if it flies. So let's see if it can fly across the room. Let's see. Whoa, very interesting. All right, now the other way I fold this is a white piece of paper that I have. I'm going to make this style plane. All right. Instead of making this style plane, I'm going to make this style plane. See how they're a little bit different. And I'm not going to use any tape. So I need to just take this piece of paper and fold it in half again. Same thing. Fold it in half. Line it up. Fold it in half. So fold it in half. And then I'm going to open it. And I see that line down the middle right there. And I'm going to make that triangle fold over again on the top end on both sides. And I'm going to make this triangle fold over on this side, like that. And then I'm going to fold this side again. So I have this one fold. I'm going to fold it again. So I'm going to start at the top and try to fold it over about halfway. Like that. You see that? do the same on the other side. So I'm going to take, and at the top, I'm going to fold it over in half, about halfway. So I folded it in half, and I opened it up, and I folded the triangles down, and then I folded that folded part again, and now I'm going to fold it out. I'm going to fold it out like this. So all those folds you can see on the side, fold it out like that, and put a crease down the middle, and then I'm going to fold over the wings. You can fold them over a lot or a little, however you want to do it, and then I'm going to match and fold over the other wing. They're about the same. Gotta make it hard. Try to make them the same. So then it looks like that, and then I can see how far this one flies. Let's see if it can fly across the room. Gotta get it up higher, so hold on. Whoa, that took a curve. So I have sent your some notes to your families about some resources they can look up, so that there's directions for you to follow. You can watch my video over and over again, just to learn how I folded those things, because it can be a little confusing. But with practice, you can make all sorts of different kinds of airplanes. And did you know what? Those are not the only two kinds of airplanes you can make. There are a bazillion kinds of airplanes. You can go bananas with this. But it would really be fun if you guys want to make different kinds of planes and make a chart about which one flew the furthest and how, inside, outside, and mark where they land. You could do all that kind of stuff with, just some paper that you have. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I will see you next time.